Hello, and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, share your dilemmas, and of course, have a good old chit chat about our wildest lesbian dating stories. And trust me, we have some good ones this week. The Lesbian Lounge is a safe space for the girlies, the gays, and the theys. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. Hello everybody, how are we doing? I'm not doing good. I mean, that's maybe a dramatic, but basically got to the studio. I'm filming late as well. Normally I film on Tuesday, but I was doing a photo shoot yesterday, so I was like, I'll film on Wednesday, it'll all be fine. It's Wednesday. This episode has to come out tomorrow. Get to the studio, set everything up, and my camera battery has 4 minutes of life on it. And I don't think I've ever charged the battery. I don't think I own a charger. So I had to go on Amazon and order one. Obviously, it's not going to come until Thursday when this episode comes out for you all. So I've literally spent about an hour trying to get the microphone to connect to either my laptop or my phone. Neither will work. So I can only apologise about the audio quality going back to shit. Because thankfully we had, a period of good we had one episode with good audio quality, and now we're back to this, and it makes me feel really unwell, physically unwell. I was trying to decide, I was like, do I just skip a week's episode and come back next week with great audio, or do I just power through the bad audio and do it anyway? But I was like, I don't want to leave you guys with nothing. I know there's so many of you who look forward to these episodes coming out weekly, and I don't want to let you guys down, so I can only apologise about the audio. I'm literally filming this on Zoom, because I was like, I need my phone to read the dilemmas and the question of the week. So I was like, well, I could get it up on my laptop and film on my phone, but then I thought I'm going to look so stupid with my laptop. So we're filming on Zoom, so I pray everything works, or I might just cry. I've been on the verge of tears about 3 times already, if not more. So fingers crossed, as long as you can see and hear me, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I really, really just feel crap that the audio's gone from shit to good to shit again. But we have purchased a battery charger, so I'll put the battery on charge literally tomorrow when it comes. I've cleared off all the space on the memory card just in case that was the problem. It's been stressful, but from next week we should be back to the lovely microphone. And I don't know why it doesn't work on the phone or the computer, because Google tells me it should. I followed all the steps Google told me to, and it just won't work. But we're not going to keep stressing over things that are out of our control. We can't control that. We move on. Life carries on. There's still an episode. It's just not going to be as good audio quality. But from next week, everyone just say a little prayer that it will be okay. Touch some words. So yeah, we're filming on Zoom, so I feel the visual quality also won't be quite as good as normal, because normally we're filming on the proper camera and we're just filming on Zoom. But yeah, it's all good. You guys tell me how you're doing. That's enough about me. How are you all doing? Are we all having a good week? How's your Thursday going so far? Going good. I'm glad. Brilliant. So, updates. There's nothing massive. However, I do have, but I guess maybe this is massive. Maybe it's kind of cool. So basically, I was just sitting thinking the other day, there is really nowhere in Newcastle, in the northeast, for us lesbians, us queer people, to meet up and hang out together. I see loads of things in London, I see loads of things in LA, a few things in Manchester, but there's nothing really up north. So I just made a TikTok being shall I just be that girl and shall I create something? And the response has been overwhelming. Hundreds of people are please do something. So we are organising a little queer meetup. So I think we decided on the 22nd of April. I gave 2 dates, but that seemed more popular. But I was like, I'll do both dates. I'll be there both days if people want to come, because it just is crazy that people want to, come and have a good time. So then people were like, I want to go out drinking, I want to do something fun, I just want to meet people. So I think I've decided on Yumi World in the Gate in Newcastle, because I just thought then we can have some fun on the arcade games, find a cute masked lesbians when you were Teddy. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, you can do. You can race each other on Mario Kart. We can just all have a fun time playing games, getting to know each other. And then those who want to go out for some food and drinks after, There's a Spoons literally downstairs in the gate. I'm sure there's like a Nando's, a Frankie and Benny's. Like there's plenty of places in the gate or just outside of the gate so we can all like sit down and have a little meet up together. And so many people are like, oh my God, could you do these monthly? So the plan is to, do like monthly meetups and then hopefully be able to like expand into doing like events as well. Like I've had a DJ reach out to me, like venues and stuff. So it's gonna be big and it's gonna be cool and it's gonna be awesome. But like I don't really know much about like organizing events, so I'm gonna like do some research and stuff. I have like public liability insurance anyway, so hopefully like that would just cover me on that front. But yeah, I want to do some research so everything would run smoothly. But keep your eyes peeled for. I need to think of a name. I did ask ChatGPT, and they were like Dyke Nights Northeast, and I kind of like that. But if it's not on the night, then it can't really be a night. I don't know. But yeah, that is something that's really cool. That's hopefully going to be happening. If you're watching us visually on YouTube, you might notice my two little new additions to the studio. So you all knew I bought my photos, but we can't get them on the wall because the photo frames I bought aren't right. I just can't catch a break, can I? At the moment, like nothing's easy, is it? Nothing's just I buy it, it works, it's brilliant. Everything's I buy it, it doesn't work, it costs me money to make it work, or it's just nothing is easy. But yesterday I was doing a photo shoot at a really cute store called Flora Rose in Oosbin, and I picked up these super cute, they're like mirrors. So the top one has a cherry on it, it says cherry bomb, and the second one is lips with a cherry. And you guys know like the vibe of the podcast, like the social media is very like cherries and red and pink and like the mouth, so it fits the vibes perfectly. I'm still hoping I can get the pictures up like behind me, but I need to order some more photo frames. This podcast has cost me a fortune, but it's so worth it. You guys are so worth it. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to update you all on. I'm singing. I don't think there is, Just thank you to everyone who's like, I know we're going to have a few new listeners because loads of people from TikTok have followed the podcast and have like subscribed to listen. So if this is your first episode, hey, if you've been listening to episode 1, you're a day one, I love you. But yeah, I think this is episode 41 or 42, I always lose count. I've got a new phone case, just keeping with the red theme and the leopard print. You guys know I love a bit of leopard print. But I think I'm going to stop rambling and let's jump straight on into this week's episode. This week's question of the week is, what is your favourite queer TV show or film? Now, this question of the week was kind of just for me as well, because I want all the good TV show recommendations. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of I Kissed a Girl and a lot of Sex Lives of College Girls, even though that's not like specifically queer, but Renee Rapp is in it and she plays a queer character. So they would be my two that I would recommend, but also that I would expect to come up. So, Love, Simon. You know what? I've never seen that, but I've heard it's really cute. Sex Lives of College Girls. What did I tell you all? Sex Lives of College Girls. Orange is the New Black / I Kissed a Girl. You know what? I have never really got into Orange is the New Black. Like, I think I get through the first 3 episodes and that's all I can handle. Same with Bridgerton. I've never finished. I've watched the first 30 minutes of the first episode about 5 times. I just can't get into it. But I've heard great things, but I just can't get into it. Sex as a College Girls for Renee Rapp. Ovs. Arcane / Imagine Me and You. I've heard of Arcane because when we did our Gay Awakening and our Hear Me Out cakes, people from that show came up a lot. I think it's like an anime thing, but that came up a lot. I've not heard of Imagine Me and You, so I will check that out. Don't Do This to Me, not heard of that either. We will check that out. The Sex Lives of College Girls. There aren't enough just like happy-go-lucky lesbian stories. They're all sad, depressing, forbidden love stories. So true. Like, just let the lesbians have a happily ever after. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's all we want in life. Dating Amber. A Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Feminine. Controller. Some of these sound like foreign shows as well, which I think is so fun. I remember actually, when I was doing my Spanish GCSEs, I'd been told if you watch a TV show or a film in that language, it will help you learn it. So I don't know why this was the film I chose. I must have just gone on Netflix and searched like Spanish film. And it was about these girls, and I'm sure they were in like a nunnery or like a nun camp, and they were like hooking up. That's all I can remember because I couldn't couldn't make out too much of the storyline because it was all in Spanish. But I remember that, and I remember like them like kissing, and I was like, I like this. And I remember one time I was watching it in the bath. I don't know why I remember that was in the bath, but I do. And I remember Mum walking in, and I was like, oh, don't look at my phone because they were like kissing, like it was just a film. And I was just doing my like, what's it called when you practice revision for an exam? But I was like, don't look at my phone. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember what it was called, but would I recommend? Probably not. I think it was a bit shit, but maybe it's just because I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on because it was all in Spanish. Don't have one, need recommendations? Well, here you go. Here are some recommendations for you. Everything Sucks. I'm not sure if that's a TV show name or if you're saying every lesbian dating show sucks or like TV show. So hopefully some of these recommendations help you. Orange is the New Black. I Kissed a Girl. Below Her Mouth. Heartstopper. Wish I'd had the books and the show as a younger person. Honestly, I feel that with like, imagine if like I Kissed a Girl had been going for the same amount of time Love Island had, that like lesbian representation would just be like through the roof. Or even if just on shows like Love Island we'd had like more bisexual, more queer, more just any, LGBTQIA plus representation. I think there's been like one girl on it one time who like coupled up with another girl and they weren't even like allowed to do that. Or maybe like 2 times. Do you know what I mean? It's happened such a little amount of times that it's like, it's not the norm, but if it was just made the norm, why not just have Love Island for everyone? It's like the boys can couple up with the boys, the girls can couple up with the girls, they can swap from a girl to a boy, like, just be inclusive. That's all we're asking for, do you know what I mean? Special Ops Lioness, that sounds fun. It's about the lionesses, I'm in. Orange is the New Black, I Kissed a Girl. All-time favourite is, of course, The L Word. The L Word, Happiest Season, I Can't Think Straight, AJ and the Queen, RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm such a sucker for RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, I just love it. It's so fun. Probably Atypical on Netflix, The L Word, But I'm a Cheerleader. I actually heard of that because it was a musical in London. I didn't go to see it, but I heard good things. And it was obviously about girly pops, loving girly pops, so love that. Orange is the New Black, Heartstopper, But I'm a Cheerleader, Killing Eve, The L Word, Arcane. I've never seen The L Word. Is that bad? I feel like that's like a lesbian canon effect. Like everyone's seen The L Word. I've not seen The L Word. Am I a bad lesbian? Maybe I'll watch it tonight, I promise. I don't have one. That's okay, girl. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Let's do the time warp again. Love it. Sex Lives of College Girls, and finishing up with I Kissed a Girl. You guys best believe if I was single, I would be in the Masseria for the next season. Maybe the BBC could like hire me to do something. Like maybe, oh my God, BBC 3. Was it BBC 3 or BBC 2? I can't remember. But BBC, here is a proposal to you. How about when they get like eliminated off the show, they come for a little interview with me and you use it for your socials and I use it for the podcast? Tell me that wouldn't be so cool. Tell me that wouldn't be so cool. Or like, I know Charlie Marlowe has probably got the job again for this next season, but like doing the like presenting over it, like, or I would come for Danny Minogue's job, like put me in that masseria in the cute fits, being like, okay, Amy Fiorenza, it's time for the kiss off. Are you going to turn and kiss? Or are you going to save your kiss for someone else? Like, I'd be so good at that. Or just anything. I'd literally do anything to be a part of that show. I just think it'd be so fun because I just loved it last time. Or even like if they want to pay me to, like, so basically last time, this is honestly sort of what like started to spark the podcast. So I'd never really massively spoken about being queer on social media, but I Kissed a Girl really like helped me be like, okay, well if they can do it then so can I. So I started doing, I'd seen people do it for, pardon me, I'd seen people doing it for Love Island previously, doing like episode recaps and like sharing their opinions, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it for I Kissed a Girl. And people were loving them. They were getting like hundreds and thousands of views. Like the cast were loving them. Everyone was like commenting and seeing them. So BBC Three, maybe you could just pay me to do them. I don't know why you would pay me to do them. I do them anyway because it's fun. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a new season in 2026 because I'm sure it's like I Kissed a Girl, I Kissed a Boy, I Kissed a Girl, I Kissed a Boy. So you've got time, BBC, to like figure out where you want me. Like fly, was it in Greece? I think it was in Greece. Fly me out to Greece, or I can do like I'll do stuff from the UK. Like I don't mind. I just want to be involved in some way because it's such a good show. Like I think it's all like someone said on there, like all of the like, is it fictional or non-fictional? All of the like not real shows, like the Sex as a College Girls type shows that aren't like based on true life, aren't reality, on real time things happening. Like everything just goes wrong. Like, you know, they break up, they end up straight. They like something goes wrong. But on these shows that I Kissed a Girl, I mean, things did go wrong. There was drama, but it's just nice to be able, like Georgia and Cara, for example, on the show. I know they didn't end up together, but we just got to watch them like fall in love for like however many weeks it was on for. Like we just got to watch that happen, and like there was a few hurdles and stuff, but like it was just easy to watch, sit back and relax. Obviously we then had like drama with other ones, but it was just such a good show. And if you haven't watched it, I'm sure it's on BBC iPlayer still now, so you can go and watch it. I actually started rewatching it a while ago. I didn't get around to finishing it again because I just loved it. And it's like I could never go back to being a Love Island girly now. Like I used to watch Love Island just because it was something on the telly, something to like have in common with other people that you talk to. But I just find straight people boring as fuck. No offense. Yeah, I Kissed a Girl is such an elite show. So if you haven't watched it, get on BBC iPlayer. If you want to be on the next season, why am I acting like I'm a casting director? I don't really know how you'd apply. I'm sure they had like a casting page on TikTok, or you know, just like message someone who was on the last day, like, how do I get on this show because I want to be on it? And yeah, go and watch it because it's so good. Yeah, shall we jump into, I was going to say question of the week, we've just done the question of the week, my brain's not here right now. Shall we jump into some dilemmas? Yes, we shall, Julia, I hear you say. Okay, let's get some up. I'm sure we've got some pretty good ones today. I know I saved, where are they? Files? Where do I keep them? Forms. I just had a panic attack that I'd like lost the app. Yeah, we saved some long ones last week because remember my camera was dying as well last week. It's all going well for me. But yeah, we have some pretty long ones today. So let's not waste any time. Let's just jump straight in. Story time. I matched with a girl on Hinge who I knew when I was a teenager. We lost touch during our teens, and then many, many years later, we matched. We went out on some dates and soon started sleeping together, which eventually turned into a situationship after she said she wasn't looking for anything serious. This lasted about 3 or 4 months. Not long after we started sleeping together, I caught feelings. Shock. I don't think I could sleep with someone and not catch feelings. Like, it's such an intimate thing. Like, I just don't think I could not fall in love with that person. And for the remainder of the situationship, I just didn't tell her I had, as I wanted to continue sleeping together. So you're probably just falling like more and more in love each time you sleep together. That's so hard. Eventually, things got a bit nasty, and she'd say some dickhead things to try and give me the ick instead of just ending it with me, as she clearly just liked the attention and the sex. That's weird. Like, just be like, okay, I'm not gonna sleep with you anymore. Don't be fucking rude. Do you know what I mean? We eventually ended things, but by this point, we'd already decided to live in halls for college together. Oh dear. Alexa, play Messy by Lola Young. I love that. Sorry if I just set off your Alexas. Alexa, play the Lesbian Lounge podcast. Well, you're all already listening, aren't you? Sorry to everyone's Alexas. I just said it again, I need to stop saying that word. So, in our first year of college, we shared a dorm room, in brackets, separate rooms. Thank God. Imagine if you had to, like, be in the same actual room. We set boundaries and got on with it like the messy adults we were, and our new boundaries were that she couldn't bring her new situationship into the dorm if I was there, because I was a heartbroken girly still, and I wasn't allowed to bring home any Hinge dates if she was there. I broke this rule on many occasions because I was still pissed at her, lol. I love that pettiness from you. Like, you're like, you can't bring someone home, but I can. Iconic. Fast forward a few months, we still coexist in the same dorm, but we don't really talk. Then one day she asked me if I wanted to go and have a chat. It's giving Love Island. So I did, and we talked things out and agreed we would work better as friends, but I still needed time to think about it. In that same conversation, she asked my advice on her new situationship as she wanted to end things with her. Girlie clearly has a problem with like staying in situationships because she fucked up yours and now she's wanting to leave another one. The fact that she's asking you for advice, that's wild. So I told her if she wasn't feeling it, she shouldn't lead her on like she did with me, and she should end things. I hope you said that being like, well, with me, you kind of fucked me around. So with this girl, just be straight up. A couple of weeks after that conversation, guess who I'd come across on Hinge? Her new situationship, who she just ended things with because I told her to. Why do I know where this is going? And why are you going to sleep with that girl and bring her into the dorm room? Why do I just know that's going to happen? So, the toxic, curious girl in me liked her. I'm assuming liked on Hinge. And within 5 minutes, I had a notification of a match. It's meant to be. We spoke, and let's just say it was very eye-opening to hear her version of events. Oh, so you like told her, you were like, hey, like, I used to sleep with Helen, you used to sleep with Helen, tell me about it. I thought you were just going to be like, let's hook up. What first started off as a harmless exchange of stories eventually turned into what any other messy lesbians would do, a very harmless one night, ... or 2 nights, ... together in the dorm room when she wasn't there. Perhaps it would have been messier if she was there. You think? Imagine she's like just asleep in bed and she's like, oh fuck's sake, like she's sleeping with someone again. And she's like, hang on, I recognise that voice. And then she realises like both people she used to sleep with. Wild. Carrying on. Myself and the other girl never spoke again and swore each other to secrecy. Okay. I mean, I see why you would do that, maybe just so like no one finds out. Until one day, soon after, we all went to watch the same soccer game. Are we in America? I mean, I guess dorm room, that should have made me realise. No, is this actually real life? Has someone who actually lives in America sent me a dilemma? That's wild! That's actually wild! Oh my god! Sorry, carrying on. We went to watch the same soccer game without realising we were all going to be there. Sorry, I need to speak English again. So, there all 3 of us were. Me and the other situationship, desperately pretending that we had no idea who the other one was, despite having slept together a couple of weeks prior. We all somehow made it out of the match alive. I'm thrilled for you all. Fast forward to today, me and the other situationship haven't spoken in years. She's literally fallen off the face of the earth. Then me and my friend who I lived in a dorm with are now happily in relationships. I thought you were going to say together. I was going to be like wild. With other girls, okay. With other girls. Great, I'm really happy for you. We have grown together as people and worked on our friendship to be where it is today. But still to this day, she doesn't know her 2 ex-situationships slept together in our dorm. Thank you for letting me share anonymously. I hope it provides some entertainment. That was one of the most entertaining dilemmas ever. I just imagine like how wild things would have got though if she found out you 2 slept together. I'm so sorry. I needed to yawn. You didn't bore me, I promise. Yeah, that is, yeah, if she'd known about you 2, or like at that soccer game, like if something had like come out, that could have been like, because then your friendship possibly like might not have like got to the point that it's at today. Do you know what I mean? If it was like, well, how dare you sleep with my ex situation, even though you could be like, well, how dare you like treat me like this or treat her like this, like we had like something to bond over. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, wild. Thank you so much for sending that in. Okay, moving on. This might be kind of boring. I highly doubt it. But let me go right back to the start. In May 2020, I had a dream where I had a lesbian lady friend. I love that. A lesbian lady friend. And I was like, oh, I like girls. But this was 2020 when everyone was bi, and it was a whole thing about calling it a phase. Regardless, I told my best friend at the time, and she laughed and said it was just a phase. From that point on, I thought it was a phase and never told anyone that I thought I was gay again. I hate that though, isn't it? Just like because society says that, oh, everyone has a bi phase, like it's just a phase for you. Like, it's literally not. I literally fancy girls, so shut up. I then got a girlfriend, but didn't tell anyone, and then we broke up. It wasn't a super serious relationship, but I still thought it was a phase I was having. Oh, I still thought it was a phase, and I was just having fun. I got another girlfriend, but didn't tell anyone from my school or my family. Between this, I got with a boy. Okay, felt nothing, but again, thought it was a phase. So you're like, know you like girls, but you're like, it's just got to be a phase. You're sleeping with boys, you're like, this is yuck. You're sleeping with girls, you're like, this is brilliant, but it's still just a phase. Okay, here we go. But then in February 2022, so we've come on 2 years since then, I got another girlfriend. Somehow my parents found out. I think it was through my cousin. I still don't know this. Wait, sorry. I'm lost. So many words. Where am I? I still don't know this. GF. That means girlfriend, doesn't it? I'm confused. Maybe there's meant to be a full stop. I think there's meant to be a full stop. Okay. I think it was through my cousin. Full stop. I still don't know this girlfriend. Just so happened to be someone from my school's ex. And she told everyone I was so scared. Literally no one except 3 people knew I was gay, and they were terroring me for seeing this girl's ex, and the boys were mean because it was gay anyway, because I was gay anyway. There is like no punctuation in this, it's freaking me out a little bit. No offense to this person. I'm just trying to make sense. Here we go. Where are we? Anyway, my parents found out and they asked me, and I denied it. My parents are so kind and they would not judge whatsoever. I can't think of anyone who would be horrible to me about this in any way. Because of what people had said to me in school, I tried to convince myself I wasn't gay. I dated men. I literally prayed. I didn't want to be gay, but I had internalized homophobia. I think we all do. I had one girlfriend through this period, and the second people found out, I was so scared. But not many knew after 9 months with the man I didn't love, we broke up, and I got drunk and lesbian lexed my friend a few weeks ago, and I felt something for once. Yay! I love that for you, I'm happy. But I think this made me come to terms with being gay and liking girls. Although I wish I didn't know I don't like boys, there isn't one man who I think is good looking. Maybe some that are mid. Yeah, like I can look at a man and be like, he's not awful. Like he's attractive, but am I attracted? Hell no. Okay. So now I'm thinking, how do I tell my parents now? After denying it, it just feels too late. I know there's no chance they will judge or anything, but I don't know how to tell them. And what will my exes think if they find out? Help me, like, what do I say? I think you can just be honest, be like, listen, like, I thought I might have been gay, but I wasn't 100% sure, like, I needed to explore. And now I've done that exploring, like, I know that I'm a lesbian or bi or whatever it is you've come to terms with, like, see, like, when you asked me if I was and I said no, I was like, I genuinely didn't know. I was still, like, exploring, deciding, and seeing what I liked. Carrying on. I'm going on holiday, just me and my mum, first Tuesday of March. Okay, so you'll have been on your holiday by now. Maybe have a drink and tell her. Let me know if you did that. I'm just so scared on how to word this, and I literally can't talk to anyone about this because my gay friends have been out since the age of 13 and my straight friends wouldn't get it. Also, I feel like half of this wasn't relevant, but honestly, it's my last resort. Well, I'm sorry I'm just getting around to it now because we had like an influx of dilemmas sent in, but hopefully you've, just had the balls to like open up to your mum and tell her. Like personally, I feel like mums are maybe a little bit easier to come out to than dads as well because mums just always get it, don't they? But sorry, I'm cracking my fingers. That's really gross. Oh God, like I'm so cracky. What the hell? Yeah, I don't think you've like. I wouldn't worry about like telling your gay friends just because they've been out longer than you have doesn't make like you coming out any less valid. And you've literally been with girls that you've slept with loads of girls and loads. I'm not calling you a slag. Like you've slept with a few girls. Like it's not like you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gay, and they're like, what the hell? You're like, yeah, I'm gay. Like I've slept with a few girls. Like I've been questioning this for a while. I just know how to come out, but here I am. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not going to judge you. Like, they don't get extra lesbian points because they came out at 13 and you're only coming out now. Like, not at all. But yeah, I think you just have to be open and honest and be like, I genuinely thought it maybe was a phase, or I just wasn't sure. I was just like seeing what my preferences were. But now I've realised that my preferences are definitely with women. So I'm a lesbian or I'm bisexual, like whatever you think it is. Like, there's no pressure to even give yourself a label. But yeah, give us a little update if you did come out. Let us know what everyone's reactions were. But we're all happy for you here. We'll do a couple more dilemmas. Okay. Hi, Juliet. Hi. I'm a recent follower. I found you on my cup. My cup? What's that? And immediately went over to Spotify to listen, and I'm obsessed. It's crazy. We've had America, and now we've had people like finding me. Maybe you mean like TikTok? I don't know, but like people find me and listen. Blows my mind. Like actually blows my mind. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Let's get into a dilemma. My ex-girlfriend had this boy best friend who was gay, and when we were together, I obviously thought nothing of it. We recently broke up, but on good terms. On Valentine's Day, I found out that they got together. Question mark? What? And my heart was shattered. Did she really love me, or is she scared of being alone? I need to get my head around this. So you were dating a girl who had a boy best friend who was gay, and now you're the girl you were dating, who, I mean, could be bisexual, but, was dating a woman, is now dating a man who used to only date men. It's giving weird. That I'd just be like confused. Well, I am confused. I mean, maybe they were both bisexual, maybe they just always like fancied each other and then they just ended up getting together, or maybe it is just like you said, a case of like they don't like being alone, like they just want like they're obviously friendly with each other, but it's just weird. I'd probably just block them and let them crack on with their life, to be honest. I'd be like, I really don't need to see anything about your relationship and your willy and her vagina because that just is wrong. But happy for them, I guess. Like, who knows, maybe they're like soulmates and they're going to get married. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Okay, should we do one more? Okay, I'll do one more. Here we go. Hi, I have 2 questions. Hope that's okay. Of course, you come to with 25 questions. I love it. I'm here for it. First question, is it normal to only be attracted to girls that are black cats? I keep going for golden retriever type girls, but end up not being attracted to them because I like a chase. Am I just emotionally immature? LOL. I wouldn't say that means you're emotionally immature at all. Like, I think a lot of people, they like the chase, but some people, they like being chased. Like, I'm probably someone more who would like being chased, not like having to chase someone. So there's people out there for everyone. I mean, you obviously like enjoy chasing someone, like trying to win them over, which with like a more golden retriever style personality person is going to be easier because you'll just like bring them flowers and they'll be like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. Whereas with a black cat, like you have to graft a bit more to like win them over. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's fair enough. Like, you enjoy the chase, some people enjoy the chase, but like the being chased. So like everyone's different. So I wouldn't like think it's anything like bad on you, like completely fair enough. Like just keep chasing after those black hats, girl, and you'll get like a lasso, rein them in. But yeah, I'm sure the right person for you will come about, like, and maybe like, you know, they're very like black cat energy, but then when you get to know them, they're more golden retriever. Like, you just never know. Like, I feel like most people probably have a little bit of both anyway. I feel like I definitely have like two different sides, like that are more golden retriever, more black cat. But yeah, you enjoy that chase, and I hope you're able to rein a black cat in. Second question. My ex from a year ago was hypersexual. What does that mean? Like they just want sex all the time? Like a little puppy dog that's just like humping all the time. Which made me feel asexual. So their hypersexualness made you not want to have sex. Understand? When it comes down to having sex with new people, I now have little to no desire because I feel extreme pressure in that situation due to how my ex was. Do you have any advice on how to get over this? I'm going to Google what hypersexual means because I don't want to like get this wrong. Hyper? I'm assuming it means like just always wants to have sex. Hypersexual. Okay. Hypersexuality, also known as a sex addiction or hypersexual disorder, is a condition characterized by an obsessive focus on sexual fantasies, urges, or behaviours. It can involve frequent and intense sexual thoughts, urges, or activities that can cause distress or impairment. That sounds quite traumatic, like for you to have been on like the like receiving end of that, almost like, you know, like this person constantly wanting to have sex with you, which obviously, like, you know, in some ways it's like a nice thing that they're attracted to you, but then I guess it's like, well, are you attracted to me, or are you just like, do you just want sex and would literally just like have sex with anyone to like fulfill your fantasies and needs? Like, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? Like, I mean, obviously it's not something these people can help, we're not judging, but yeah, I feel like, again, like I always say this, but I just think you can't beat, I'm sorry, I'm really good swing on my chair, you just can't beat being like open and honest to people. Like, you know, when you're getting with someone new, you can just be like, listen, like, I'm don't have the highest sex drive in the world. Like, you can be like, you know, it's a little bit due to like past trauma, like, can we just take things chill? And there are plenty of people out there who I'm certain will be absolutely fine to take things chill. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got some lesbians who are up having sex till like 4 a.m. every night, but you've got some who maybe have it once a week, once a month. Like, you know, there's no like normal amount of time to have sex. And like, I'm assuming maybe this person was going a bit like crazy with the sex fantasies, like all these like different sex toys and God knows what. But you can just have like a bit of plain vanilla sex. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So I think just whoever you're, you know, gonna end up sleeping with, just be really like open and honest with them, and just be like, listen, like, I've had some trauma, some issues in the past. Like, can we just start slow? Can we just take things easy? And I'm certain the right person for you will be more than willing to like do that with you. Okay, shall we wrap up this week's episode? Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm so sorry again about the audio. It's literally making me so mad, but I'd rather have an episode with not as good audio than leave you guys hanging without an episode. And I just love filming them so much. But yeah, we will wrap up this week's episode here. Quick reminder to vote for us for UK's Top Influencer Podcast of the Year. I think there's like only 2 weeks left to do it, so make sure you're voting every day. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and Instagram at the lesbianlounge.podcast. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, give us a like and a comment. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. I'd be so grateful. Anything else you want to do? Whatever, I don't mind, just as long as it's positive, I'm happy. And if you want to come to our meetup in Newcastle, I think it's like 2 weeks time, come. Like, you don't have to sign up or anything, just come along. We'll meet at Yumi World, or I'll give like a little place to meet, and we'll just have a fun queer night making new gay besties. I'm so excited. Hope you guys are too. Have a lovely Thursday, and I will speak to you all next Thursday for a brand new episode. I love you all. Bye.